Shifting our focus to Japan now, the country has unveiled its latest defense white paper, and it sends a strong message to both its citizens and its neighbors.
Well, adding to that, Kripa, Tokyo is presenting its biggest military build-up since World War II, not just as a security necessity, but as a very path to future prosperity. The document also underscores how relations with China have entered a far more confrontational phase.
Now, Japan is changing the way it talks about military power. Its new defense white paper argues that defense spending is not only about protecting the country, but also about supporting economic growth, technology innovation, startups and industrial development. The shift is strikingly symbolized by the report's anime-style glossy cover, which features a smiling family in a futuristic cityscape instead of soldiers and weapons.
Defense Minister Shinjiro Koizumi says that the goal is to help the public understand how security is linked to the future of every citizen. But behind the softer imagery lies a much tougher strategic message.
The nearly 600-page document identifies China as Japan's greatest strategic challenge, citing Beijing's expanding military activities around Japan, the Western Pacific and the Taiwan Strait. Tokyo says Chinese aircraft carriers have operated deep in the Western Pacific. Chinese warplanes have repeatedly approached Japanese aircraft.
The paper also highlights growing concerns over China's intensified military buildup around Taiwan, including the possibility of gray zone operations such as blockade involving Chinese Coast Guard vessels.
That language comes right after Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi angered Beijing by saying Japan could deploy its self-defense forces if a Chinese attack or blockade of Taiwan threatened Japan's survival. China condemned those remarks as egregious, and relations between Tokyo and Beijing have remained in a deep freeze.
At the same time, Japan has been rapidly expanding its military capabilities. Defense-related spending has now reportedly reached 2% of GDP, with much of the money going towards long-range missiles that are capable of striking targets inspired by lessons from the war in Ukraine.
Tokyo even insists it remains committed to an exclusively defense-oriented policy and continues to uphold its long-standing 3 non-nuclear principles. Yet, Koizumi has also suggested that debate over Japan's nuclear posture is something the country cannot avoid.
And while the white paper speaks of deterrence and future prosperity, its clearest signal is unmistakable that Tokyo now sees a more assertive China, not as a distant concern, but as a central challenge that is shaping Japan's security, economy, and even foreign policy.